Welcome everyone, my name is Chris and thanks for joining me. I got a brand new series that I want to talk to you guys about. It's pretty basic, but I think it'll be fun and educational. It's how to pick the selected types of fruits and also how to cut them efficiently. You know, I don't want you guys going to the store and buying those pre-cut expensive fruits for like $8. You get just a handful of fruit. This is something that you can do on your own. So I'm going to teach you guys everything that you need to do. So let's get started. Today, we're going to start off with the dreaded watermelon. Yes, it's big, it's awkward, but it's a delicious fruit when picked and cut right. So, there's a couple different types of watermelons. One, this is a standard female type of watermelon. How do we know it's female? It's roundish. The ones that are oblong, those are the males. I know this won't sit well with many of the men, but the females are actually sweeter. The males are not as sweet. So one of the ways you want to pick as well is you want to make sure that they are a nice, deep, rich green. And that's for starters. The other thing too is when you flip it over, you get to take a look at underneath. And this is where kind of some of the secrets do lie. You want to get one that's not fully green. It is not mature. It's going to taste awful if you pick that one. So you want to make sure it is ripe. You're going to get a yellowish pattern as much as possible. There might be a little bit of green. That's okay. But make sure it's got a nice amount of yellow in it. The other thing too is prettiest is not always best, especially when it comes to picking watermelons. What you want to get is you want to get these things right here. What are these? These are bee pollination. The more bee pollination you have, the sweeter that watermelon will be. So let's go ahead and get started now. We'll get cutting. Knives are also important as well. For me, the knife of choice is a butcher's knife. It's a standard butcher's knife, and that's what I use to cut. So what I do is we're going to cut right across this first. And what I want to do is I want to make the fruit do the work. What I mean by that is go ahead and actually turn the watermelon. And then as you can see, we'll crack it open. And you'll see this beautiful, dark, rich red. So I'll work on the one with at the bottom over here. So this is still a little too big to work with. I can just flip it around. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it. I'm going to cut it in a half. So basically this ends up being a quarter of the watermelon. So we'll take this one, we'll put it to the side. And now is actually the cutting process. What I like doing is starting off with one of the ends, working your way into the watermelon. As you can see, there's a rind right here. You don't want to get the rind. The rind is pretty tasteless and it's pretty hard as well. You cut all the way around. And now what we have is a cut watermelon. So what I like doing is cutting it in quarters. So just cut it across like this. Again, let it do the work. Just turn it around. So as you can see, we have it cut now in these, well, in this case, a vertical sort of section. And then we are just going to take it and cut it into small sections like this. What I have is just a container, and all you need to do at this point is just push them into the container. Sometimes you may have to do a little more cutting, but at the end of the day, that's all it is. So look at that. Nice, easy. You can cut them just a wee smaller if you want. So folks, that's it. That's all you need to do. Except for one last thing. You need to pick. And now, enjoy your fruit.